You've not had many like that in the last 2 years, especially not here. What can you take from it?
No, we have to take some lessons from it for sure. As you say, we haven't had many like that. We've been really, really competitive across the season, and I've been saying that, the group have been doing very, very well to be as competitive as we have been, and we have to be, close to 100% to be competitive in games, and we need to do all the right things. And we didn't do that today. We didn't manage to do that today. We come up against a very good opponent who were better than us today, and the game ran away from us. So, yeah, there's certainly things that we can learn from it. There's certainly things in the first half especially that we need to do better. The things that we've done really well this season and we didn't manage to show today. So with the games that we have coming up, it's crystal clear that we're going to need to, show, a different side of us in the next couple of games.
There's a little bit of frustration maybe at half time from the crowd, but we're happy at full time that there was a lot of people stayed behind and a lot of people singing. It's what you're going to need in this winter, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought the crowd were very good. I think the game was, realistically gone at half time. Of course, at 3-0, you don't give up in terms of the result, and we wanted to get the next goal, but really the second half, when they get the fourth goal, was about showing the right characteristics, the right resilience on the pitch, and the crowd showed that as well to a really high level. So they stuck with us really well. They know the journey, what the group's been on. They know, I think most understand how hard it's been for the group to be as competitive as we have been. Of course, we would like to have turned the margins to win a couple more and get a few more points, but to be as competitive as we have been, I think the crowd know, how much effort that's taken. And today got away from us. We don't want that feeling too often. So we got to learn lessons and learn them really quickly and try and hit our absolute maximum level in the next couple of games. But we're grateful for the crowd support and we don't take it for granted.
You said obviously got to have for Newcastle. How difficult a player is he to prepare against, and how good a striker is he in the Premier League?
Yeah, he's a very good striker. We faced, of course, plenty of good strikers this year, but he's of a very high level, and everything that we thought Newcastle were and that everybody knows they are at their best, they showed today, and they've got an incredible athleticism, incredible pace, not just in the front line but at full back and midfield. They've got incredible athleticism, and they managed to open us up today, and we didn't manage the game well enough when it was open to close it up. And if the game ends up as open as it does in the first half today, then that doesn't give us our best chance. That gives Newcastle their best chance, and their forwards are all a big threat.
Talk about the lessons to learn from today. Specifically, what sort of things in terms of the goals against, which are the ones that have got under your skin?
Yeah, I think the first goal, of course, is disappointing, but we've made a couple of mistakes in the goal, and it can happen if you're a team who starts on the front foot against a very, very good team. For me, the period going up to half-time, probably the 20 minutes going up to half-time, because after the goal we were in the game, we were okay, we had plenty of opportunities on the ball, we got to good areas, we had some big chances, the game was pretty open, but I think the game started to get away from us in the midpoint of the first half, and they were becoming a big threat. And our game management, our decisions, our defensive organisation, our defensive resilience, things that we've been excellent at this season and that we've leaned into in difficult times, we didn't do it today, and we allowed the game to be open, we allowed the game to be end to end, and with the personnel that Newcastle had on the pitch and where we were at, that always suited them, and we didn't stem that flow, and that's part of the reason why the game went from 1-0 in the first half to 3-0 and really get away from us. So yeah, I think we needed to manage that period of the game very, very differently and make sure that we got to half-time at 1-0 down and give ourselves a chance to attack the second half.
It'd be remiss of me not to ask you about the third goal. It's becoming a theme that people are talking about, the goals that come from passing out from the back, from the goalkeeper. What's your thoughts on that? It was a debate all last season. The good outweighed the bad was the feeling. You played out that press quite a few times, didn't you, building up to that third goal, but that's a costly moment.
Yeah, we'll never know whether it was a costly moment. I think the particular action we've done time and time again this season, time and time again last season. We're actually one of the teams who've conceded the fewest from building up, and we've been good with it. I think the incidence was probably more in the context of the 15-20 minutes where I'm talking about, where we weren't managing the game well, where we weren't recognising the state of the game, and it's that instant is easy to, of course, pick out because we need to do better on it just before half time, but that was completely in the flow of the 15 and 20 minute spells where there was lots of decisions like that from an attacking and a defending point of view that led to chances for the opposition. So I think it was, not necessarily for me a discussion around playing out from the back, because we know that that's something that we believe in has worked well for us and has worked well for us this season as well as last season's, but more about managing the game in really difficult moments. And that goal was in context with the 15-20 minutes that came before it.
Just finally, from me, you tried something different with Sammy up front without Liam today. How much did you miss that sort of physical presence and out-and-out striker today?
Yeah, you always miss it in certain moments. I think more of our problems today were from a defensive transition point of view, to be honest. We got to good areas, we had opportunities in the game. Sammy has a big 1v1 at 1-0, and there's not many people you'd want to put in that position other than him. Of course you're going to miss Liam's quality in the final third. Of course Liam gives us more opportunities to play over the press or to play down the sides of the press, and we didn't have as much of that on the pitch in the first half, although Sammy still had some good moments in those settings for us. We're always going to miss Liam, especially at a time when George Hurst is out. But to me, our issues today were more defensively and defensive transitions and game management than what we did with the ball. I actually thought we had enough moments. We got through them enough. We broke their press enough. We broke their midfield line enough to have, got something from the game. It was the chances that we give away that were more of a problem.
Kieran, it's obviously a painful one, I guess, with the fixtures coming up. How quickly do you and the squad have to kind of brush this to one side and get on to that next task as quickly as possible, rather than dwelling on this defeat and letting it kind of seep into the coming matches? Yeah,
we won't do that, but it's not about brushing it under either. I think, to be honest, some of the lessons from today and some of the things that we didn't do well are going to be absolutely pivotal in the next couple of games when we're talking about game management, defensive resilience, those sort of things. Going away to the Emirates is, as tough as it gets in terms of the requirements on those respects. So we got to take the lessons from today, and if we do, then in some ways it's a useful time to go and have a couple of really, really difficult games, because we're going to have to show those things in abundance.